just started filming, mate.
What are you singing?
Right now, Babylon, the bum kiss. So, Ben Holes, today we are going to focus on talking about the Elite Agent Playbook. We have got all of the principles and the processes and the frameworks in the business. What we're going to do with the playbook is formulate it into a structured way in which an agent can join the avenue and go from the foundational phase of understanding the business, understanding who their client is, understanding how to build their business and create organic leads, but then taking them through the launch phase into the growth and then build phases of their business, and finally into that stage that we've labelled as wealth. Wealth to us isn't about money, wealth to us is about lifestyle, and so being able to work on their business rather than in it. So the principle behind the playbook is to encapsulate all that to essentially take an agent on that journey.
LB, our very own Johnny Depp, what are we doing, mate?
Just at the minute doing a floor plan for this property that we're about to take on the market.
Nice. And when's this one due to come on? How did you find this one?
This one should be coming on within about a week or so. We're finding people are still on holiday at the minute, so making sure that we put it on at the right time. I think people start coming off holiday soon, so getting it ready for the market and launching it just before those kids go back to school, I think it'll be a good time to get it live.
Perfect. And I hear there may be an addition to the Bent family very soon. Do you want to tell us a little bit about
It is
that?
actually 3 days today. If my phone goes off, I might have to shoot off because we're not far away now. So we're due on Friday. So fingers crossed, hopefully soon. But another addition. This will be my second child now, so very
Nice.
exciting.
Congratulations. I hope all goes well, mate.
Thank you.
How do you find it actually being a dad and working self-employed with the Avenue? And I know you were about to double your workload, but how do you find it?
You know, I think with everything's tricky, but it's about choosing your hard, isn't it? I think, and juggling the work-life balance is a lot easier. Being able to, be self-employed, manage my diary, making sure that I can fit things around not just my family but my work life as well. So, like I said, we've all got challenges in life, but having the flexibility in the work that I do, it makes it a lot easier.
Perfect. And one more thing, what would you say to someone who is actually looking to go self-employed?
Dive in and do it. I think if it's something that you feel like you want to do, give it 100% and make sure that it's what you want to do. I think you're never really going to know until you do try it. So the worst that can happen is you find out it's not for you and you do something else. But I'd hate to go through life wishing I'd done something that I never did. So just go for it.
Good advice, mate. And we wish you all the best, mate. And I think next time you're going to be on the vlog, you're probably going to be a dad or two. So good luck.
Definitely, absolutely. Thank you.
I joined the Avenue from the start, so I was asked with James and Jack if I would like to join them and take the gamble and take the risk. It wasn't a risk because it was with James and Jack, so it was something that was exciting. It was something that I was pleased and proud to be start of and to be part of it. The reason being is basically we've built it, so we started with no brand, we started with not very many processes and systems and those sort of things in place. So it has changed a lot. So new partners that come on board now, there's a real onboarding process and so on. There's systems in place and obviously training and everything available that we can jump on now as older partners and still get the refreshment and so on from it. But I think for new partners on board, everything's done and everything's set and stuff now. Whereas to be fair, it was quite cool to be able to wing it, and you know what, we did good.
What are the top 3 things that you believe make a good estate agent? Obviously you've been doing it a long time, so.
I think self-belief in your the way that you can be and the way that you can help and what it is that you deliver. So I think we as estate agents really need to be able to believe that when we take on a house we can sell it, that we have the ability to be able to negotiate for the maximum value and not just sell it quickly to be able to get it off the books. And I think also the belief in what we can deliver as a whole package, so the marketing, the service that we can do. And I would say, people say that we go above and beyond in what we do. We don't, because that's what we think should be delivered. So I think, yeah, just going to the maximum service that you can do for it. So I think self-belief is really important, that if you don't believe that you're going to sell it, you don't believe that you're the best agent, you don't believe that we can give the best service, then you're not going to be able to do that. I think branding is important, as in locally. So I think building up the local networks, putting yourself out there is really important as well, I think, for an estate agent. And I think the third one is actually sales. You do need to be able to sell, you do need to be able to negotiate, and if you don't have those skills, then you're not going to be pushing for the maximum value for your client. You're not going to be trying to market your property to the widest possible audience, and therefore you're then not going to get the reviews, recommendations, those sort of things, because you're not going to be able to sell the properties.
Yeah, I'm guessing you've already answered my next question. Is that, like, are they the bits of advice that you'd also give to somebody that's looking to go self-employed?
Yeah, I think my one is do it and just go. But you've got to have a bit of money obviously behind you to do it, because it is a gamble, it is a risk to do it. The joy with the Avenue is that a lot of the structures and processes and stuff like that are already in place, ready for you to start, whereas they weren't when I first started. But if you don't have self-belief, if you don't believe in yourself, and if you don't shout from the rooftops that this is what you do, and if you don't get your friends and your family and that sort of thing to shout it for you and to believe in what you do and to use your services, if they won't do it, then why would somebody else?
Yeah. I guess the final one, obviously you've built such a strong business and you build up such a good rapport with your sellers and buyers, and that's why you get so many recommendations. How have you managed to get to the point where you've basically essentially built an organic business where business comes to you?
Yeah, it's very rare these days that actually new valuations come from wider marketing, of actually lead generation sort of marketing for me now. Most of mine come through reviews and recommendations. The reason being is being able to build up a local network and getting out there. So I, for example, sponsor 3 local football teams. I have banners at the local football teams, so that helps get my face and my name and that sort of thing out of there. I think also the school has been massive for me. I have 3 children across 2 different schools now, so being able to be involved in things that are happening locally, whether it's events, whether it's sponsoring things, whether it's just highlighting and promoting them, it's really key to be able to network. Obviously over time then you build up business networks as well, so I have a great mortgage advisor that I work with, we have solicitors that we work with, but not only that, we use people locally who can print things for us or obviously do our branding stuff, so try and use local businesses at the same time, same as builders, roofers, electricians, plumbers, anything that is linked with housing. I think if you can build up those locally, then obviously it comes back to you at some point.
And I always class you as superwoman because you're a mum of 3 boys, you also play football yourself, you have a dog, and you also run a really successful business. How the hell have you managed to do it?
Lack of sleep and winging it, basically. No, it all comes down to organisation. Like, time is very tight for me. With 3 children, clubs for them and myself, a dog and everything else that you've just mentioned, and also employing somebody as well. I have somebody who works for me. It's really important to manage your time, so trying to be as organised as possible, trying to learn how to prioritise things is key. And it's hard when you want to be in charge of everything, so you're having to learn how to give little bits up, or I suppose it's delegation, isn't it? But it's hard when you're somebody who wants to be in control of absolutely everything. But yeah, it's just making the most of it. I feel like if I'm sitting and chilling, I'm wasting time. So it's how you actually use that time then to the max.